All right, let's dive deep into something that might just turn your whole view of success and personal growth upside down.
Sounds intriguing.
We're going to be checking out some ideas from Bob Proctor, specifically, from this YouTube video where he really breaks down frequencies and vibration and how they tie into the law of attraction.
Okay.
We'll unearth these like golden nuggets and see how they might, apply to your life.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So Proctor kicks off by talking about something that I think a lot of us find pretty fascinating, success.
Yeah.
He says that a lot of highly successful people, he calls them unconscious competence. What do you think about that term?
Well, it's a fascinating observation, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's basically saying that a lot of people who achieve great things, they do so without necessarily being able to, articulate how they do it. It's almost like they're operating from this deep level of intuition or mastery that they haven't really, fully dissected.
Yeah. It's like they're in that flow state, achieving these incredible results without overthinking it.
Right.
Have you ever noticed that in your own life where you're like, man, I'm really good at this, but you can't quite explain the formula?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Think about learning to ride a bike.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we're so consciously aware of every movement, but eventually it just becomes second nature. We're not thinking about the mechanics anymore. We're just riding.
Yeah.
That's so true.
It's like the knowledge has moved from, our conscious mind to our subconscious where it can operate effortlessly.
Exactly.
Now, Proctor, he then kind of shifts gears and talks about something that's, pretty fundamental to all of us, money and freedom. And he doesn't shy away from saying that understanding how to earn money is crucial for living life on your own terms.
Yeah, he's quite adamant about that,
Right.
He sees a lot of people struggling with their relationship with money, viewing it as a source of stress rather than a tool for empowerment.
Yeah.
And he speaks from experience.
He does. And it's a pretty compelling story.
Yeah.
Proctor shares how he went from earning $4,000 a year to over $1 million.
Wow.
Within 5 years.
Yeah.
But what I find really interesting is, how he achieved this initial success, not through some Wall Street scheme,
right,
but through a floor cleaning business.
Right.
That's not what you would expect.
It really highlights a crucial point that Proctor emphasizes.
Yeah.
Opportunity can be found anywhere when you shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on limitations, he chose to see the potential in something as ordinary as cleaning floors.
That's such a powerful reminder for all of us, isn't it?
It is.
It's not always about waiting for the perfect opportunity to just appear, but about recognizing the potential in what's right there in front of us.
So true.
Now, Proctor, he takes us on a bit of a philosophical journey here, suggesting that we humans are actually spiritual beings. With incredible potential.
He does. He makes a bold statement there.
He does.
Saying that the electronic energy in the human body, as calculated by scientists, is equivalent to powering a large industrialized country for a week.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That is wild.
He even contrasts the natural harmony of animals and their environment with what he calls the disorientation of humans.
Yeah, it's almost like he's suggesting that we've become so focused on our external world that we've lost touch with, our inner power, this vast energy that resides within each of us.
That's a profound thought, isn't it?
It is.
What if we've only scratched the surface of what we're truly capable of?
It really makes you wonder what we could achieve if we could tap into that full potential.
Right.
Now, building on this idea of, untapped power, Proctor introduces the concept of frequencies.
Okay.
And this is where things get really interesting.
I'm listening.
He uses a simple analogy to explain it. Cell phones.
Yep.
So he explains how each cell phone operates on a unique frequency. And when two phones are on the same frequency, they can connect and communicate.
Gotcha.
It's like they're speaking the same language.
Yeah.
Vibrating at the same rate.
Right.
And that's what allows the connection to happen.
Makes sense.
And Proctor suggests that the same principle applies to our thoughts and desires. They too operate on frequencies.
Okay.
And we can attract what we want by aligning our frequencies with it.
Interesting.
So if we're constantly focused on, lack or negativity, we're essentially attracting more of that into our lives because we're tuned into that frequency.
Right.
And on the other hand, if we can shift our frequency to one of, abundance, gratitude, joy, we might start to see those things manifesting in our reality.
Yeah.
It's about becoming conscious of the signals we're sending out.
Absolutely.
It's like choosing a radio station.
Okay.
You tune into the frequency of the music you want to hear.
I like that analogy.
Now, to really understand how this works, Proctor dives into the structure of the mind.
Oh, okay.
Dividing it into two main parts.
Yeah.
The conscious and the subconscious.
Right.
So he explains that the conscious mind is our thinking mind.
Mm-hmm.
The part of us that makes decisions, analyzes information, sets goals.
Right.
The subconscious, however, operates below the level of our awareness. It's the realm of emotions, beliefs, deeply ingrained patterns. And according to Proctor, the subconscious can't distinguish between real and imagined experiences.
Whoa, that's a crucial point.
Yeah.
Whatever we consistently focus our attention on, whether it's positive or negative, the subconscious accepts as reality.
So if we're constantly replaying negative scenarios in our minds, our subconscious will start to believe they're actually happening.
Oh, wow.
Even if they're just imagined fears.
That's powerful.
And this is where the power of visualization and affirmations comes into play.
Okay.
By consciously choosing to focus on positive images and affirmations, we can reprogram our subconscious to align with our desired outcomes.
Interesting.
It's like giving our subconscious mind a new set of instructions, a new blueprint to work from.
Yeah.
And this brings us to another key concept that Proctor introduces, paradigm.
Paradigms, okay.
So he defines them as the set of beliefs and assumptions we hold about the world, often formed in early childhood.
Right.
But why are they so important?
Well, Proctor argues that our paradigms operate unconsciously.
Okay.
And they can either limit us or empower us, depending on their nature. They act as filters, shaping how we perceive and interpret the world.
So if we have a paradigm of scarcity, for example, we might constantly see lack and limitation even when opportunities are right in front of us.
Exactly.
It's like wearing a pair of glasses that distort our vision.
Right.
So this raises the question, how do we break free from these limiting paradigms?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Proctor suggests that the first step is becoming aware of them.
Right.
Identifying the beliefs and assumptions that might be holding us back. He then emphasizes the importance of consciously choosing to replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones.
So it sounds like we need to become mental gardeners, right?
I love it.
Weeding out the negative thought patterns.
Yeah.
And planting seeds of possibility and abundance.
Beautiful analogy.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground here already. Proctor has given us a lot to ponder.
He has.
From the power of the subconscious mind to the importance of aligning our frequencies with our desires. We've started to uncover the building blocks of personal transformation.
Yeah, this is great.
But there's so much more to explore.
Oh, there is.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll delve into practical strategies for applying these principles to our lives.
I can't wait.
We'll uncover techniques for shifting our paradigms, overcoming self-doubt, and becoming conscious creators of our own realities.
Looking forward to it.
So we've been unpacking some pretty mind-blowing concepts about how our thoughts, beliefs, and even our energy can shape our reality.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in.
But, it's one thing to grasp these ideas like intellectually.
Right.
But it's another to actually apply them to our lives.
Absolutely. It's like having a map that shows you the way to a hidden treasure. But you still have to, embark on the journey, navigate the obstacles, and actually dig for the gold.
So where do we even begin? How do we go from understanding these principles to actually using them to create positive change in our lives?
Well, Proctor offers some practical tools and techniques that can help us shift our thinking and align ourselves with our desired outcomes.
Okay.
One of the keys, he emphasizes, is understanding how to communicate with our subconscious mind more effectively.
So it's not enough to just think positive thoughts.
Right.
We need to learn how to speak the language of the subconscious.
Exactly. It's about going beyond the surface level of our conscious thoughts and tapping into the deeper realm of beliefs and emotions where lasting change takes place.
But the subconscious isn't exactly known for being chatty. So how do we access it and influence it?
Well, this is where techniques like visualization and affirmations become incredibly powerful.
Okay.
When you repeatedly visualize yourself achieving a goal or affirm a positive belief, you're essentially sending a clear message to your subconscious mind.
It's like imprinting a new image or belief onto that inner screen,
Right.
replacing the old limiting patterns with something more empowering.
Exactly. And the key here is consistency.
Okay.
It's like training a muscle.
Got it.
The more you practice focusing on your desired outcome, the stronger those neural pathways become.
So it's about making these practices a regular part of our routine, not just a one-time thing.
Exactly.
But what about those moments when doubt creeps in? Those negative thoughts that say, you'll never be able to do this, or who are you to even try?
That's a common challenge, and it's something Proctor addresses directly. He acknowledges that changing our paradigms can be tough.
Yeah.
Because those old beliefs often have deep roots. He suggests that when those negative thoughts arise, we need to consciously choose to reject them.
It's like having a mental bouncer at the door of our minds.
I love that analogy.
Filtering out the unwanted guests.
Yeah, it's about taking control of our mental space and not letting those negative thoughts take up residence and sabotage our efforts.
It's like recognizing that we have a choice in each moment.
Right.
We can either feed the doubt or we can choose to nourish the seeds of possibility.
Exactly. It's about becoming aware of those automatic negative thoughts and then consciously choosing to replace them with more empowering beliefs.
Now, Proctor also talks about this idea of being a spiritual being living in a physical body.
Yeah.
How does that fit into the whole picture?
Well, he seems to be saying that we're more than just our physical bodies and our thoughts. There's a deeper dimension to who we are. He believes that our true nature is spiritual and that we possess immense power and potential that we haven't fully tapped into.
It's like we have these untapped reserves of energy and wisdom waiting to be accessed.
But how do we do that?
Yeah.
How do we connect with the spiritual side?
Well, Proctor doesn't lay out a specific formula.
Okay.
But he suggests that practices like meditation, contemplation, or spending time in nature can help us quiet the mind and connect with that inner wisdom.
It's about creating space for stillness, allowing that deeper intelligence to emerge, not just being swept along by the constant chatter of our minds.
And this connects beautifully with another idea that Proctor emphasizes.
Okay.
Creating your own economy and future.
That sounds pretty empowering.
It is.
What exactly does he mean by that?
Well, he believes that we are not simply victims of circumstance, but that we have the power to shape our own realities. He's not saying it's easy,
right?
But he suggests that by understanding these principles of frequencies and vibration, we can become conscious creators of our lives.
So it's about taking responsibility for our circumstances, not waiting for things to happen to us, but actively shaping the future we desire.
Exactly. Proctor challenges us to dream big and to believe in our inherent ability to manifest those dreams into reality.
That's a tall order, especially when we're faced with real-world challenges and limitations.
It is.
So where do we even begin to create this new reality?
Well, Proctor is clear about the first step. Setting clear goals and cultivating a burning desire to achieve them. He believes that this is the spark that ignites the process of aligning our frequencies with what we truly want.
So we need to get crystal clear on what we want.
Yes.
Not just vaguely wishing for things, but defining them with clarity and purpose.
It's like setting the coordinates on your internal GPS.
Gotcha.
Letting your subconscious know where you want to go.
But then what? How do we bridge the gap between setting goals and actually achieving them?
Well, Proctor suggests that once we've identified those goals, it's crucial to start taking action, even if they are small steps, in the direction of our dreams. He believes that action creates momentum and opens us up to the resources and opportunities that align with our desires.
It's as though the universe responds to our commitment.
Yeah.
When we take action, we demonstrate that we're serious about creating change, and the universe begins to conspire with us.
It's like we're sending out a signal, a frequency of intention, and attracting back to us the support we need to manifest our vision.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
It's about aligning our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, and even our energy with the outcomes we desire.
This is all incredibly powerful stuff.
It is.
We've explored some pretty profound concepts about how our minds work.
Right.
How our energy influences our reality. And how we can become conscious creators of our lives.
We've only just scratched the surface, though.
I know, right?
There's still so much to unpack and explore. Well, in the final part of our deep dive, we'll delve into some practical strategies for applying these principles to specific areas of our lives.
Awesome.
We'll uncover techniques for overcoming limiting beliefs. Cultivating gratitude and attracting abundance into our experience. Man, we've covered some serious ground in this deep dive into Bob Proctor's ideas about frequencies, vibration, and the power of the mind.
We have.
And it's clear we have way more control over our lives than we often think. But putting these principles into practice, that can feel kind of daunting.
Yeah, it could.
So where do we even start to apply all of this to our everyday lives?
Well, Proctor gives us some pretty concrete tools to work with.
Okay.
And one of the most powerful, he thinks, is the practice of gratitude.
Okay.
It might seem simple,
right,
but he considers it absolutely essential for shifting our frequency to one of, abundance and positivity.
Gratitude seems to be, everywhere these days.
It is.
Why does Proctor think it's so essential for personal transformation?
He believes that when we focus on what we're grateful for, we're not just, feeling good in the moment.
Right.
We're actually sending a powerful message to the universe. We're aligning ourselves with the frequency of abundance, opening ourselves up to receive even more of what we appreciate.
It's like we're tuning our internal radio to the station of abundance.
Yeah.
And gratitude is the dial.
I like that.
But how does gratitude actually work to change our reality?
Well, think about it this way. When you're feeling genuinely grateful for what you have, you're shifting your focus away from what you lack. You're no longer dwelling on, scarcity or negativity,
right,
but rather acknowledging the good things that are already present in your life. This shift in perspective, in turn, can attract more positive experiences.
It's almost like gratitude acts as a magnet.
It does.
Drawing more goodness into our lives.
Absolutely.
Proctor doesn't stop there. He also talks about the importance of our environment and the people we surround ourselves with.
He's very clear about this.
Okay.
He says, and I'm paraphrasing here, that we become a product of our environment. If we're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, limitation, it's going to be much harder to maintain a high vibration and manifest our desires.
So choosing our friends, mentors, even the information we consume becomes a crucial part of creating a life that aligns with our goals.
Absolutely. It's about consciously creating an environment that supports our growth and elevates our frequency.
Okay.
Surrounding ourselves with people who inspire us, challenge us, believe in our potential, that can have a profound impact on our own beliefs and actions.
It's like we're creating a support system.
Right.
Like a team of cheerleaders encouraging us to keep reaching higher.
Exactly. But just as important as inviting in positive influences, Proctor suggests, is letting go of negative ones.
Okay.
He's adamant about this.
Right.
If there are people in your life who constantly drain your energy, reinforce limiting beliefs, or hold you back from pursuing your dreams, it might be time to create some distance.
It's about setting healthy boundaries, protecting our mental and emotional space, and allowing ourselves to grow without those negative anchors holding us back.
Right, and that extends to the information that we consume, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
The constant barrage of negativity from certain types of news and social media that can have a real impact on our mindset and energy.
For sure.
Proctor encourages us to be mindful of what we allow into our mental space.
We're like the gatekeepers of our own minds.
Exactly.
We get to decide what thoughts and influences we allow in.
We do.
We've covered so much in this deep dive.
I know. It's been amazing.
From the power of the subconscious mind to the practice of gratitude and the importance of choosing our environment wisely.
That's important stuff.
Proctor's given us a lot to think about.
He has.
It's a reminder that we have more power than we often realize to shape our reality. It's not about wishful thinking,
right,
but about understanding the principles that govern our experience and consciously using them to create a life that aligns with our deepest desires.
Absolutely.
It's about becoming conscious creators of our own lives.
Yes.
Not just passengers along for the ride, but active participants in shaping our destiny.
Beautifully said. And one final thought I'd like to leave you with.
Okay.
Proctor emphasizes that we're all interconnected through this, invisible web of energy and frequencies. If we can raise our own vibration to one of love, joy, possibility, imagine the ripple effect that could have on the world around us.
It's a powerful thought to end on.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Bob Proctor's world of frequencies, vibration, and personal transformation.
It's been a pleasure.
It's a journey of self-discovery, a process of aligning ourselves with our true potential and creating a life that resonates with our deepest desires.
Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep tuning into the frequency of your dreams.